Hello and welcome. I'm Daffy Roth, and this is Blasphemous for the PC. In our last episode, we, for the most part, wrapped up the Archcathedral rooftops. We finished up the one priest storyline, got him back to the church, ended the one lady suffering, and then returned the eyeballs to the giant face and got the true heart of the mea culpa. So I think we're in line with the actual true ending. So today we're going to wrap up the prison, the wall of holy prohibitions. Oh, we still need to do the chalice too. The key of the secular. Small, simple key. The initiates visited only the minor prisoners, bringing them food or on the rare occasions when the inmate's life had to be preserved. He took a large stone that rested nearby and struck his leg with it until his bones broke, thus escaping from the chain that held him prisoner. Crawling, he left the place, but the sand under his feet, according to what he told us, absorbed the trail of blood he left behind, and so his captors could not tell which path he had taken. Since then, every night he prays, tearfully, next to a pile of sand he keeps beside his bed. Ooh, that must be the, the blood sand that we got. Alright, anyways. Up and down, worse than pain and worse than cold in its squeaking. The incessant squeaking of that damn floor, the rusty mechanisms. Would anyone want to use? Why would anyone want to use it so much? Oh yeah, there's that. Up and down. Up. And down. There's a gate over there. There we go. You've acquired Quirce's Scorched Bead. Small sphere carved on the remains of an unjustly lit bonfire. It burns with the soft embers of those flames, which could not touch Quirce's skin. Imbued with its power, it gives great protection against fire. Well, that would have been helpful against the Lady of the Dead. Legend of Quirce. The horrifying flames consumed Quirce's body as he cried out in unbearable pain, but these were not ordinary flames. They were the flames of the miracle. The flames burned him to ashes, and before the eyes of the Inquisitors, the flames brought him back time after time in parallel torture, bringing and burning again, screaming and screaming again. Quirce, the son of the bonfires, knew what his penance was going to be. Actually useful for the fight that's going to be coming up. Key of the Inquisitor. You need to jump across and get whatever the other piece was. The Ulna of Coke? The Ulna of Coke the Troubadour. The Inquisitors despised music because it induced euphoria. Coke thought it appropriate to dedicate a toned satire to those Res bystanders in public. Res bystander. Yeah, his execution preceded the complete ban on music. Res bystanders. How these words are. An empty vial vessel. We need to key up the scroll. Go in here. Oh, that's right. This comes out the bottom from when we crashed. Must be nice to be able to just come out of there without having to worry about a key. killed all the enemies in the game. Phalanx of William the Skeptic. William Groff devoted his life to exposing charlatans and deceitful evangelists. He even questioned the sanctity of certain members of the custodian church. His heresy was not forgiven. Get over there. Oh, it waits long enough for us to get over. Key of the Scribe. Iron key well preserved, the scribes were present at each interrogation, tasked with recording the inevitable confessions of the torturer. Father, take off these things that restrain my arms and legs. Father, they are killing me. It does not help me to tell them what I did, for they want to hear what I did not do. Father, they are not looking for the truth. They want an offense against you from my mouth. Father, may the miracle save me. The Hamat of, I think it's copyright. The Hamat of Vuklik the Copyist, taking advantage of a pontifical bull. Vuklik was caught stealing a forbidden book about arcane knowledge. His hands did not write again after that day. I think that's everything here. can just do this. They locked the baby. All right, let's go back, and I think there's just the one door we need to do here. The temporal of Joel the Thief. The temporal of Joel the Thief. Joel always stole to help others. One day he risked too much and was caught stealing the pontiff's bejeweled stole. No one in Custodia ever endured greater torture. I saw him approaching between the bars. I saw fire burst through his chest and scorch him. I saw fire burn again from thin air and fuse his skin. He walks with fire and fire with him. Okay, so that just out. Alright, let's see. Can't go. The phalanx of Zeth the prisoner? Zeth Corsica was sentenced to life in absolute solitary confinement. He was constantly muttering something about voices in head. Was it maybe one of them that pushed him to suicide? Probably. Also, I think if you end the suffering, like kill that one chick, instead of giving her the whatchamacallit, the refuges, I think what ends up happening is the guy in red ends up in this prison. Stab him in the dick. Go back up. Nope. I might as well just put this in there. The apathetic heart of the mea culpa will unlock the final form of the sword, meaning it cannot be equipped with any other hearts. Are you sure? Yeah. So we cannot change this anymore, but it gives our sword a final boost, so... well, at least for damage and stuff. Requires a key to operate. Copy that. Can I commit suicide? Nope. Yeah, I think he'd be in here. I think that's where that guy would be. That's all the bebes. No, there's just a flaming sword. Oh no. Alright, let's take off this and put this on there. Yeah. I want to change my prayer to this. Okay. Can I? The jaw of Ashkin the Inquisitor. That's all of the bones. Ashkin desperately sought answers for his creed through torture. Even condemning members of the priesthood, he found nothing but regret in his actions. And well, that finishes up that. And then this connects that. Nope, that's all of the... Let's do this off, this one. The Dede Niquisikai, whatever that means. The Sphere of Sacred Smoke. Small translucent pearl with a closing mechanism that's almost impossible to see. They were traditionally filled with vapors coming from the big incense burners in the Mother of Mothers. This bead, however, contains something different. Its miraculous influence fills the bioflasks after some attacks, but the miracle is capricious, and this does not happen often. Once everyone had left, she approached the bonfire, still smoking with the scorched remains of the heretic. With a swift gesture of her fingers, she triggered the imperceptible lock that would open the tiny jeweled pearl in two, and passing it through the gray smoke. She closed it again, trusting that it would preserve that smoke forever. Or maybe he'd be in this one. I don't know. He'd be in one of those rooms. It's pretty much. Back to the boss room, I guess. Honestly, it's probably one of my more favorite executions. Okay. One more. Gotcha. Oh, that's kind of cool. Match the back there.
The one you have pulled from punishment was Quirce, one of the sheltered. He was unjustly condemned to the stake for heresy, and the Inquisitors bore witness to the flames, engulfing his body amidst an atrocious communion of prayers and cries. Still, when it was over and the flames had died, The merciful miracle called them forth again, and from them, from the ashes and the embers, the body of Quirce rose anew. For fiery are the paths of the miracle. Sorrowful be the heart.
Still have a altar I need to find. The key of the high peaks. Key for transportation that leads to the remote coven. The key must be silver, but not any kind. I want it to be the purest there is. Bring it to me when its beauty is as high as its task is meaningful. The chariot will be sealed and forbidden, and your horses will sleep for as long as I order it. This I command, and my command is the command of His Holiness himself. Speaking of the devil. Let's take this off right now. Oh, I can use the flasks in here, so. Oh, shit. Let's just. This. These guys. Ooh, scaly coin. You've acquired the vine braided in blood. Scaly coin, distributing golden discs covered by the dry mount of a reptile. Oh, molt of a reptile. I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and restart this. Disturbing golden disc covered by the dry molt of a reptile. The bas relief of a claw was considered a symbol of greed and increases the number of tears of atonement harvested with each attack. Look at this page, at the drawings it contains. A horse reading the Holy Scriptures, monkeys dressed as bishops, and a reptile being worshipped by a crowd. Do you hear those murmurs? It is the brothers warning us of the danger of these pages. We must leave this book in this place. Oh, you know what? I don't need this. Go ahead and just put this one. All right. That's that. I'm not sure if that's the last one or not. Small gift from Gervasius, fine braided in blood. Maybe it is. I don't have
Take the last one of these pains of mine, the deepest and sharpest of them all. Now depart towards the cradle of punishment, O penitent one in guilt.
I'll miss you. Teleport. The mirrored mask of Dolphus. Artifact found in the hands of a dead archdeacon in a tower isolated amidst snow. Confessions from Dolphus Part 1. They don't understand. They will not find grace amid old books and dark dreams. Grace is in purity itself, in what we can see and touch. I must study the beauty of the shining and the curves that reflect the transformed truth. I must study the art of the goldsmiths as the miracle controls their hands, creating ornaments in its image and likeness. Here in these icy rooms, they will finally leave me alone. Alright, so I think that allows us to do this room. So we will teleport to the sleeping canvases. Oh, wrong one. Sleeping canvases. One or the other, doesn't matter to me. Okay, maybe there is one more. That is fine. We need to do... Let's go here. Get our bio flasks. Let's probably listen. Oh, that's what that opens, actually. Okay. Like, what the heck? Right, so that leaves, we've got to go this way, but I mean, we're pretty much done. So in our next episode, what we're going to do is do our pilgrimage to kill the three enemies, and then we will head to the final boss. Actually, yeah. You have all the bio flasks. So no more of those.
The miracle has been merciful to us. As long as this brotherhood has brothers, even if just one, there will be hope for the ill. Take this as a token of gratitude, penitent one in piety.
Not a rose. So we can go do that.
Now let my fingers tie a new mystery. The mysteries of your rosary are now complete. My task is complete, although my sins have now become unforgivable as a result. I do not know where I will go, but I am sure that it will not be to the other side of the dream.
No.
My body of blue flame is being extinguished.
Else there. But we can add one final piece here. All right. Well, in the next episode, we will do that pilgrimage for the inverted flask. We'll wrap that up, and then I think we'll pretty much finish up the game. So, all right, friends. Well, that's all I got. So, until next time, stay true to yourselves and stay safe out there. And God bless. See you next episode. Bye-bye.